Hi Laura, and thank you so much for having us and making the time and effort to see us. So can you just introduce yourself properly and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm Lara from Lara Louise Designs. I started my business back in 2017. I taught myself to sew and I've built it up since last year. I recently opened up a shop in Stellenbosch and I left my day-to-day job and now I purely just design and make dresses and sell them online.
So diving into the first question, what or who inspired you to pursue a career in digital design within the fashion industry?
I don't think it was a specific person that inspired me. I think it was more the need and want that I wanted to create things that I couldn't physically find in shops. So it was things that I saw online or like on shops that are overseas that I wanted to recreate, but I couldn't find it here. So it wasn't a specific person, it was more the needs that I wanted.
And what's your favorite part about merging fashion with digital media and marketing?
I love that it actually comes to life and that you can actually see something, because I really struggle to express myself in words, whereas with digital marketing and media you can actually see what you're making and I can physically show you an example of what I have in mind for you and what I have in mind for someone that I want to, even on different body types and different types of people.
With social media trends like TikTok and Instagram driving fashion trends like internationally and regionally, how do you integrate digital culture into your design process?
Well, obviously you have to stay with the trends, and South Africa, we have gotten better with trends these days, especially because the world has become so small. But I'll purely, you follow trends from overseas and you start with where the fashion starts. So with Milan Fashion Week, you'll first look at what's trending there and then I'll bring it through here. So I try quite early. It's quite difficult because I'm a slow fashion startup, so it's not something that I can have bulk of, but it's good to have a new touch or get something in South Africa first, or be the first to have it here that's currently trending.
And what specific trends or values do you prioritize when engaging with your audience through digital platforms?
I don't think there's a specific trend that I'll, let's say, choose from. I think what I do like doing is taking different trends and like merging them and mixing them and making just to make it my life easier as well, as I'll make two trends and make it into one, so that it's sort of like two in one type of thing, so that it trends faster on my side.
Okay, and what challenges do new digital designers and marketers face in the fashion industry today, especially in a globalized and highly digital world?
I think a thing is influencers are just, it's really, the whole world I feel like has gotten so small. Like everyone looks at their phones and they just look at influencers, and it's really difficult to send yourself and put yourself out there for an influencer that just puts it on quickly and just dresses that up and then never wears it again, or it's just all that, putting all that effort into one person that only wears something once. It's quite draining, so it's not always positive. But the thing is, the good thing about influencers, if they wear it once, then you get a bunch of orders for that one specific thing.
With sustainability being a key focus today, how do you use digital tools such as AI, 3D rendering or virtual sampling to enhance efficiency in the fashion marketing and production?
AI has actually helped the fashion industry, I think, a lot, because as I explained in my previous question, you get people that literally can't imagine something if you explain it, even if you draw them a picture. I mean, it's very abstract, so you won't really get the idea. But with AI, you can physically build the dress on the woman's body or the man's body, and then you'll see how it's going to look. And I must say, the older generation have been coming to me with an AI picture saying this is what they want, this is what they made, and this is because they relate more towards it than what a creative young brain would, I'd say. So it is actually big words.
Okay, so digital media plays a huge role in shaping personal expression in fashion. So how do you incorporate user-centered design principles in digital fashion experiences like your online shopping website?
Well, that's also made it a lot easier, because what I did with my website, because I'm still a small startup, so it's, you don't want to spend too much now at the moment because I'm still small, but what I did add is we added like a custom, our custom page is based off of, you can put your sizing in and you can put your measurements in and you can add notes. So even if you do order an already made garment, so a shirt, you can always say, okay, I'm 182, so I'm really tall, can you please make the shirt a bit longer? And that makes it a lot easier for clients. But I would like to, in the future, be able to make it even more, like have a sort of a AI vision of how it will look on someone that's, let's say, an 89 bust or a 70 middle.
Well, I think you're on the right track.
Which social media platform do you make most use of, and why is it so effective for your business?
Instagram, 100%, because it's just, I feel that's the first thing everyone goes onto. I don't know if I'm part of the generation of TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account, and I don't actually, but I would like to go, because then you grab a total different audience in something like TikTok, but mostly Instagram, and then Facebook, which is linked.
How do you ensure your digital content and branding strategies stand out in a competitive online fashion industry, especially with the rise of influencers and fast-paced digital footprints?
I think that's very difficult to build a brand, or actually to build up a following base. I think you must just say, don't be someone that you aren't, just stick to what you know, because then you'll do it naturally. Because the minute it starts becoming unnatural, it's unattractive to watch, I feel. I don't know, but each to their own.
How do you use customer feedback or online engagement to improve your designs?
So as I said in the previous question, I add notes every time you order, like physically place your order. There's a note box of if you would like to change anything, or when can you get it by, or even if you want to put a date that you need it by. So mostly on my online, and then we're very open to DMs, and we reply DMs manually and not through like automatic messages, just to keep things on track.
To keep it personal, yeah.
To keep it
That's
personal.
really good,
Yes.
Okay, so with inclusivity being a major trend and necessity in fashion, how do you incorporate digital strategies such as augmented reality, virtual try-ons, or personalized marketing to cater to diverse body types and consumers?
Well, I try to use different body types in my marketing, like Instagram and even the online website. I'd like to, and that's something that I should also focus on a bit more. For example, if I'm selling this t-shirt, I'd like to have it on the website on 3 different body types. So we are still getting there. It's also just an expensive procedure if you have to have 3 different models every time for 3. But as we go on and the more people buy it, the more pictures we get, the more we can update our website and our Instagram and everything else.
Yeah.
Looking ahead, what emerging media trends do you think will define the future of fashion marketing and consumer interaction?
I think if I can get into all the channels, all the social media channels, I'd sort of get there, because each and every platform has a different age group, and the minute you sort of inject yourself into every platform, then my growth, my interaction with my clients, everything will grow.
And what advice would you give to aspiring designers to stay ahead of trends and create a brand?
I don't think that you should be stuck on just perfecting one design. So don't just be stuck on making a t-shirt perfect. I think you should play around with things, and I think you should make something different of everything, and then and keep up with the trends and see what's happening, and go, even if you make your own clothes, still go to the mall and still shop and buy things, because you always learn by physically looking at other people's inspiration and ideas, and yeah, That's what I'm
Oh,
feeling.
we have no problem in the shopping department. And Laura, lastly, if you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would that be?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I think just to keep going, and even if you fail, and even if something doesn't go your way for a season in your life, just carry on doing what you love, because the minute you start doing what you love, it doesn't feel like a job anymore. It feels like it's a passion, and it doesn't feel like I'm working every day. It feels like I'm on holiday every day of my life.
Thank you so much for taking some of your time today and answering our questions. We truly appreciate what you did here for us today. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thanks, guys.